Okay, guys, this is gonna be my most controversial video that I've made so far. This might cause me to lose some subscribers. This might even cause me to gain subscribers, but I wanted y'all to know my opinions on this subject and how I feel about it. Okay, the most recent poll that I did, this weekend's poll that I did, I asked the question, should abortion be legal? And I only had two options, yes or no. I didn't want to put any. I wanted my viewers to take a definite my viewers and the people who took the poll to give a definite stance on how they felt. I didn't want to add I'm not sure as an option or sometimes stuff. I wanted people to take a definite yes or no stance. And the majority, the results of the poll, the majority, I believe it's 89%, say no, abortions should not be illegal. Okay. And if you would like to take part in future polls, I upload polls every Friday, and you can find them on the community under my channel under the community tab. That's where you can find the polls that I upload every weekend. Anyway, here's my stance on it. The reason I put out this poll was because of it. Because there was a leak from the Supreme Court, and it looks like the Roe versus Wade decision from the 70s might be overturned, which would give the states the right to make abortion illegal. Okay. Oh, excuse me. That was my cat, in case y'all didn't know. Here he is. He wanted to join me. Hold on. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, here's my stance on the issue. What I believe on this subject is abortion should be defined in 3 words. And I'm going to go through each of these 3 words after I tell you. But the 3 words that I believe should define abortion: safe, legal, and rare. Okay. Now I'm going to go through all 3 of those words and say why I believe they should all 3 be described for the abortion. First word that I used is safe. And the reason I say safe is because I know that if abortions are made illegal, that's not going to be the end of abortion. There's still going to be back alley abortions. There's still going to be wire hanger abortions. You know, women, they're going to be like drinking items to cause themselves to miscarry. So that's not really going to prevent women who are very determined to have this procedure done to them. And I just think it would be better for them, instead of having to go that route, for this procedure to be done as safely as possible for her. And so that's why I think it will be safe. Now then, the second word is legal. And the reason I think that it should be legal, like in certain circumstances, is because there's circumstances where, like, the woman's life would be in jeopardy from having the baby. And there's been instances where in the past where women have unfortunately passed away while delivering the child. And then there's also, circumstances where women can't have, where both the baby and where we're, okay, let me back up. There was circumstances where the woman would pass away early on in the pregnancy and the baby would not be able to survive outside of the pregnancy. So there's sometimes a choice would have to be made to either abort the pregnancy and save the woman's life, or both the child and the mother would be dead anyway. So in that case, yes, I think there would be it would make sense to have that. And even in cases such as I described before, where like the woman would pass away delivering the baby, every mother would want to, I think most mothers would want to have, most mothers would rather see, if it came to a choice between her life or her child's life, most mothers would want the child to live, but we can't expect them to actually make a choice. Well, we can't make that choice for her, is what I was going to say. And then there's also instances that lean into the debatable scenarios, such as like, what if there's a child that was, molested or something bad happened to her and she became pregnant? Is that fair for a child to carry through with the pregnancy? And there's just certain instances where I believe it should be made legal. Okay, now the third word that I used was rare. And I'm gonna share with y'all a little story about myself that not many people know. The man, I'm not going to call this man my father because he doesn't really deserve that title, but the man who has been credited to as my father didn't want my mother to have me. He wanted my mom to have an abortion. And my mom stood up to her. And if she would have let him have his way, because I wouldn't be here. My father, he was young. He wasn't ready to settle down. He wasn't ready to have a family. So if he would have had his way, I wouldn't be here. So it's very hard for me to take a complete pro-abortion stance. So, and then I also think about like abortion. I do not believe it should be used as birth control. I believe that if a woman if a woman gets pregnant and it's consensual and she decides she doesn't want it, there are hundreds and thousands of, well, I don't know the exact number, but I know there's a lot of people who would gladly take that child in. There are people who there are women who can't get pregnant, and there are couples that can't have children of their own. They would gladly adopt an unwanted child. And I think instead of completely ending and terminating a life, I think that instead of completely ending ending a life, I think it would be better to give the baby up for adoption and let it have a chance to have its own life. And anyway, that's my stance. That's how I feel. You may feel differently about it. You may You may not like what I say, but that's my opinion, and that's how I feel about it, and I stand behind my opinion. Thank you all for watching this, and have a great day.